بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. Our dearest elders, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So in the last few weeks, some events have taken place and I feel it is important we reflect upon them. The first one is the Wiladat program of Imam Ali alayhi salam and the program lineup. We know what happened with that. The second one is a seniors issue that happened a couple of weeks ago. And the third is our guards and the parking at our complex. We start with Imam Ali's program issue. It's done. Alhamdulillah, program was on Wednesday night. We had Aga Irfan AVD and Danish Bhai Jafar, who are both Khojas from Pakistan. Very nice program, Alhamdulillah. But what I want us to reflect upon is the comments we got as a managing committee in terms of the Mankabat slot and all that. So first of all, they say, we never keep time. And the MRC's complaint always is, "Aap log time pe aao." If the time is written 8 o'clock and you come at 8:20, how is the program supposed to start with 2 people in the Imambara? So first of all, as a community, we need to also take initiative on our own to say, we will also come on time. And we also delayed program to start because when it's Kushali, people have to get ready, whatever. So we even start the program late. So if you start the program late, it's a problem. If you start early, there's nobody in the Imambara for the program to start. So let's come early, on time, and give us a suggestion what time you think is the correct time for the program to start, and then we can discuss that as well. The comments we got were very interesting. Someone said, this Mankabat, only few enthusiasts sit for Mankabat. The rest of the community, everybody is outside. So, if that is the case, we should not have Matam. In Muharram, 3/4 of the community stands outside. So we should stop Matam because the enthusiasts are few. And in that evening when I came for Jamaat Namaz, I told the Sajid Bhai, caretaker, I told him, no, we should stop Jamaat Namaz because there are 5 people in Jamaat Namaz. In a normal day, there are 30 people in Jamaat Namaz. That is less than 10% of the community. There are few enthusiasts for Jamaat Namaz, close it. That logic does not work. Okay, we need to encourage, and the comments we got were from elders of the community. Not my age or youth or middle age. Elders of the community. Is that what we became Khojas for? I'm going to remind us what Sayyid Ali Murtaza Zaidi said last year when he was here. He said, खोजे को और ये खोजा कौम को ये शरफ मिला है, ये उनकी ये तरक्की है क्योंकि वो अहले बैत से जुड़े हुए थे. And he told me that at home. He didn't say है, he said थे. अभी आपकी कौम दूर जा रही है अहले बैत से, और ये जो आपके ऊपर करम है, आपके ऊपर ये सब जो ब्लेसिंग्स है, और ये सब गम हो जाएगी क्योंकि आपका कनेक्शन अहले बैत के साथ कम है. So we need to reflect upon that as a community to see how much interest do we have in the dhikr and in programs of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. They're not my programs or the Jamaat program, they are their programs. Another very nice comment I got was that you should keep this Mankabat after niaz and then do the whole morning. Sawar sudi beso ne amne khauna api dene jai. It is a very good idea. So I thought about something else, that when there is nikah of somebody or family, we'll do what do you call it, majlis, Mankabat, 1 Mankabat or half a Mankabat, because we don't have time, we're in a very much of a hurry. Eat, and then you and your family, you sit and do nikah, 1 hour nikah, do all duas, what is it, they say, may Allah give the bride and the groom the love of the Prophet and Khadija and all, you can name all the prophets. When I heard this, I was like, તમારો ફેમિલીનો પ્રોગ્રામ હોય, ઈસાલે સાહેબનો પ્રોગ્રામ હોય, તો they will make sure to tell people, come, મારી ઈસાલે સાહેબનો પ્રોગ્રામ છે, મારી ખબર ને આનો પ્રોગ્રામ છે, મારા છોકરાનો નિકાહ છે, મારા છોકરાનો નિકાહ છે, તો ત્યારે અમે બેસે 11 વાગ્યા સુધી તમારા નિકાહ સાંભળવા માટે. પણ મનકબત અહલુલ બેતના અમે ના સાંભળે because you are in a hurry to eat. This is a state of the community which I'm not pinpointing a person, I'm pinpointing the thought process of this community which needs to change. If we cannot sit in a program for the Ahlul Bayt, then what are we doing here? This is all for the Ahlul Bayt. He created everything for them, and then we can't sit in a program for 20 minutes of Mankabat in their shan and in their memory. Something to think about. Another nice one, cake cutting is English culture. Do you think you're being fair? Obviously the tone also was very aggressive and I got really upset that day. And I told that uncle that you have double standards. I have double standards. You're doing, yes you do. Why are you wearing trouser and shirt? તમે કેમ ખાનસુ ને સલવાર કમીઝ નથી પહેર્યા? Now what? So you wear English clothes. તમારા ઘરે કેક કટિંગ થાય છે તમારા છોકરાનું કે તમારા ગ્રેન્ડસનનું બર્થડે હોય. Okay? And the same people push us. English lecture. હવે English culture નું શું થયું પછી? Cake cutting for Imam Ali's birthday is English culture, but English lecture is not English culture. What culture is that? So my point was this for this video. Really, we need to have one standard of working. If you are in a hurry to eat, it should be the same way. If it's your children or your grandchildren or your family's nikah, do your nikah after niaz. Is that fair? Unfair. If you're saying about English culture, cake cutting, or Imam Ali is not my cake that we cut on Wednesday. It was Imam Ali's cake. Okay, it's English culture. Okay, fine. Then you also don't need culture. I don't want to see you ever in trouser and shirt, and don't wear also Nike shoes. Okay, or Adidas shoes, because English culture, wear parties or wear those Indian shoes and shalwar kameez and kanduras only. What is this? Really? And coming from elders of the community, it's something to think about. That we are a community that left from where we were as Hindus or whatever we were to become Khoja, Shiite and Asharis, and today this is the same thing. We are finding a burden. Dhikr Ahlul Bayt, the programs of Ahlul Bayt are a burden to us. Anyway, to curb that, we had started this last year, where takeaway niaz is given. So after the first mankabat or after the first matam, those who are in a hurry to go home, they can go home, because this center is not for only one category of people, it's for everybody. So those who want to do matam, those who want to listen to mankabat, they will listen. If you are in a hurry to go home, take your food and you can go. That is a very good solution, so everybody is happy. And one last one, I want to remind us what Dr. Mazair actually said in one of the majalis. There is a very good point કે જેના ઘરમાં કોઈ મરી ગયું હોય ને તો એ લોકોને જોશો આગળ બેસતા હોય. ક્યું? रिश्ता है, मेरा बाप था, मेरा भाई था, मेरी बहन थी, whatever. But where are they sitting? Inside. Those who don't have a relationship with those people, most probably, and that happens even in funeral programs. You'll see people sitting outside and they've come for the funeral, but they're talking about normal things. No difference to them, because મારી માં ગુજરી ગઈ છે. બરાબર છે ને? The same way when it's the wafat of Bibi Zainab, which is tonight. If you're standing outside smoking, you should think about it yourself. What is your relationship to this lady? Are you sad that today is her shahadat day, or it doesn't make a difference to you? This is Majlis. I'm not talking about what I'm saying. This is Majlis. And I've not heard that only from him. We need to have a relationship with Ahlul Bayt. And in our life, what other than lights, clothes and food do we have? You will notice in Shahadat, the lights are different in the complex. In Wiladat, the lights are different in the complex. What other than lights do you have in your life? You don't have music, you don't dance, you don't drink, nothing. What other happiness do you have in your life? Do I have in my life? Kushali hoy, fine kapra pero. Wafat hoy, ke shahadat hoy, to black kapra pero. And when there is wafat, there is water. Somebody asked me that, why is there water in wafat? I told him, I want you not to be happy when you eat. But you have to eat nicely. I said, not on wafat. On Kushali, I'll give you whatever you want. Juice, sharbat, ice cream, you enjoy your life, Baba. On a Kushali. On wafat, I want you to be unhappy when you go home. Eat dar musak, eat something normal, pilau, whatever, and go home. No tea even, as we know. In wafat, there is no tea. In Kushali, there is tea, there is tagawi, there is patisa, there is you name it, you enjoy your life. We need to have some, differences in our behavior when it comes to the different occasions of the Ahlul Bayt. And we are here for them. Our relationship between each other is nothing other than that. I may be married to your daughter, you may be married to my son, I don't know, this one's grandson is married to who. That's our relationships, it's not important. The most important relationship we have as a community is we are Khoja, Shia, Ithna Ashari. The love of the Ahlul Bayt binds us and holds us together. We have no other stronger relationship and bond than that. We need to reflect upon that, inshallah. There was a seniors issue which I'm going to make a separate video on, for the seniors only. And that video is actually to explain to our seniors how important you are for this community. તમે અમારા છાયા છો. You are on top of us. And this community will either go the totally wrong direction, or it can be put back on the right direction just by you. I can't do it. The generation above me, who are right now 45, 50, they can't do it. If you're 60 plus, 70 years old, that category, It is only you who can undo the damage that has been done because it happened during your time. 1970s, 80s, 90s, which was out of, you can say that time the economy of the community was changing, education was changing, the propaganda of the West was there, that they are the mayor. I mean, English at today we have nothing else other than English in our community. And all those problems that have come with that culture, which was from the 70s to the 90s, I will make a specific video on it, and it will be a very polite and humble video. It has to be taken that way also. If you take it like I'm attacking you, then now I can't really do anything because I know my niyyah. And I will explain step by step on what I mean by you are the most important generation for this community, from our grandfathers' generation to this generation. These people who are right now 60, 70 are the most important generation. Last one, I'll start with the saying, anyone can be polite to a king. It takes a gentleman to be polite to a beggar. When a guard tells you, tafadhali weka gari vizuri for parking, and you tell him, here, take the keys and park it yourself, you know what you're insulting yourself. You're showing yourself that you are low. Your ego is being hurt. Your self-esteem, you think you are a very, something like that. He's telling you to park a car in the parking so that somebody else can park properly. And we have asked them to do it. And if you don't want them to do it, you tell us. Please don't tell them to advise us to park. Then park how you want. When there's no parking, even you park there also. If we cannot even respect people who work in the complex, then we say, Sisi ni Wasalam. Which Wasalam? They tell you, me when I go to church, I have people who have better akhlaq and better manners than you. We are them. We are, as we are told in Majalis, again, be the ambassadors of the Ahlul Bayt. When somebody sees you and somebody interacts with you, say, which religion do you follow? Which Muslim are you? This should be the question. Humility, especially with people who are lower than us, is not even something we should be being advised on. We should know it by now. Yesterday, a guard came to me, gave me 3 number plates. To me, this guy told me this woman told me this. And I was ashamed. I was like, I'm very sorry. I'll talk to them. So please, respect yourself. Leave them. Khud ki to izzat karo yaar. These are things I'm saying we need to reflect upon, really. Okay? And I'm saying this out of care. Look, this is our last town. By November, we're having elections, we'll be gone. Right? And I'm not saying this because it makes a difference to me. I care about the community because I care about my akhirah. I'm not doing this for anybody's praise. I'm doing this for my own benefit in the akhirah. But in that, I care for people. So I'm advising what a leader would advise his people. I'm reminding you what is mentioned on this minbar every program. Please. And I mean it with humility and softness. Like I said before, maybe my nature seems like I'm harsh. I'm not. Just maybe where I talk, but I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. We need to change things. Our community, I've traveled the world. Let me tell you, Nairobi Jamaat is one of the best communities in the Khoja world. From 1970s, 80s, 90s, obviously we've been a very progressive community that came with its own pitfalls and challenges. But overall, till today, I've gone to the east, I've gone to the west, Africa, you name it, I've traveled. This community is one of the best in the world. Inshallah, let's keep it that way because we are the best only by the wasila of the Ahlul Bayt and by the ultimate grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's remember all our marhumin, all the past leaders, our volunteers, and pray for those who are in service of the communities at these times, and pray for their tawfiqat. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Al-Fatiha.